Welcome back, everyone. Today we've got another knife loaned in from my buddy Jason, and this is another Adam Purvis knife that he had sent in. This is the Primordial Mark II. This is a lovely knife. This one I've really become fond of this one. It's 4.5 inches closed. 7 7/8 inch overall, a 3.5 inch blade, and a 3.5 inch cutting edge. The cutting edge comes, I measure the blade from the tip of the scale, wherever the scale is the farthest out, to the tip of the blade, and the edge, from the edge to the tip, and they actually line up. So kind of works out that way. Nice M390 blade steel with a relatively, not the thinnest blade out there, but a relatively thin blade at 0.138, which allows the entire knife to be relatively thin also at 0.498. Most of them are going to be in that 1/2 inch plus, at 0.5 to 0.6 is your, kind of typical thicknesses. And this one weighs in only at 3.7 ounces, so it's really lightweight and super easy to carry. And it runs on IKBS bearings. So it's super smooth. It's not drop shutty, but again, drop shutty is not really a necessity. But this thing just flies out, no problem. It is let's just zoom in here and give you guys a better look here at the blade. It's got really nice finishing on the blade, little Adam Purvis logo. Jason does carry this. He is a mechanic, so he carries this one. So you'll see a little bit of wear there on the pivot because it kind of gets banged up and scratched up a little bit. Nice titanium bolsters, carbon fiber, kind of a shredded carbon fiber. And I love carbon fiber. And a Damascus clip. Which is a little bit different pattern on this Damascus clip, but it's a little unusual, but it looks good. I like how the clip edge is kind of mirrors the bolster there. Overall, just a really nice blade. There is what aids in the lightness of the blade is they've done some really big milled out skeletonizing, lightening inside of the scales, the titanium scales, to help aid in that lightness. You can see the bearings inside there, which is kind of cool. And that lock bar insert, that little nub on the lock bar, that is the lock bar insert and over travel stop. So that's kind of cool when you can see some of that stuff. But all in all, this is just a really very smooth bolster lock. So the fit and finish is really nice. The transition between the carbon fiber and the titanium, you can feel because there's a difference in material. But, and there's even if it was the same material, you could feel a seam slightly, but just really well done. And I'm kind of tough on pocket clips lately. This one works fantastically. With this big fuller groove in the blade, you can easily middle finger flick it. It just fires right out. I kind of have done it 50-50 while I've had it. But flipper tab works great as well. It's a little pressure, boom, and it rockets out. All in all, this one, while it's a little bit smaller overall, at just under 8 inches, really fits my hand. I don't feel cramped on this knife at all. I don't feel as though I need it a little longer. this is just fits perfect. It's great in these grips. I guess you could do a reverse grip. And the way the end is, you can just rest your thumb right there, and that works great. If you're doing a pulling, cutting through something like that type of a grip, it's very comfortable that way too. But all in all, no hot spots. You're not feeling the clip. It just feels really solid. So let's do a couple of size comparisons here. And the way the lighting is, we'll do it backwards because, you know, hey, it all works. With the Sharpie. With the Spyderco Delica, because that's kind of the small knife standard, I guess you will. Which is not my favorite knife, but it glows, so I had to have one. The Curtis Cruise should be about relatively the same size. Yep. Just about exactly the same overall length. Blade is very similar. Actually, all in all, it's a very similar knife. The Adam Purvis is a little taller in height of the handle and the blade, but relatively similar size. And what else do we got here on the table? How about the Hellraiser, which is a bit bigger, but just a fantastic knife that I love. So thank you, Jason, for sending this one in. This Adam Purvis is just really well done. So kind of a quick video. I just wanted to kind of share this one from Jason. I think this is the last one I got, Jason, of yours. So I'll be shipping these back to you here shortly. I greatly appreciate you loaning it in. And thank you all for watching. I greatly appreciate that as well. I did just get a box in from my buddy Gil over at Wild About Sporting Goods. So I think he sent over about 14 knives. I think it might be a little much to do an unboxing, but I will start to get those videos cranking out here shortly. There's several Benchmades, a bunch of ProTech. What else was in there? A bunch of ProTechs. Couple things I don't even know what they are. Like, I gotta figure them out. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I think that might be a little much for an unboxing video. But so stay tuned for all of that to come out here shortly as well. All right. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it. Have yourselves a fantastic day, and we'll see you on the next one.